Hey, my name is Shannon. This is the story of the night a tree fell on my roof. I played softball at Oklahoma State, which brought me out of California, and I never went back. And so when I went to look for coaching jobs, it was in Texas because they really take care of their teachers. So that's how I ended up in Texas. And I ended up here because I really wanted to be out. I grew up in the mountains in California, and I like being outside the city. It's nice and quiet. The creek, the sunsets are gorgeous. We literally take the tractor out for sunset trips. We put our friends in the bucket and go cruise. It's so peaceful and quiet, hearing the birds, and it's nice. So the night the tree fell on the roof, my friends and I were in the hot tub and we saw some lightning coming, so we decided it was time to get out. It was probably about 10:30 at night. My fiance and I got into bed about 11:30, fell asleep, and about 20 minutes later, we heard what sounded like a train and a big crack and crash, and there was a tree through the roof, literally all the way through the ceiling. There was a branch that came right down and broke the ceiling fan, and when we turned on the light and we saw that branch, it was pretty intense. But it was about a 60-foot sycamore fell on our roof, and it was very scary because we thought it was a tornado. And my fiance is from South Africa. She's never seen anything like that. It was very intense. I'm sorry. We immediately called friends and let them know that, hey, we're okay, but this is what happened. So the next day I called Allstate, our insurance company, and they sent out an investigator, and it was a long process from there. So the first inspector came out, and he may have spent 45 minutes here. And he came back with a figure that was not even enough to fix the roof. Allstate was not very responsive as far as making sure that we were getting taken care of fiscally at all. The first estimate, like I said, was not even $10,000, and the initial just getting the tree off the roof, getting things cleaned up, that alone was $7,000. So I was out of pocket pretty quickly on just mitigating what was happening inside. It was way more than that in the damages that were incurred. I had only gotten 2 other estimates, and just for the roof, I hadn't even started looking at the inside, but I was looking to mitigate any further damages from storms coming in the summer and the coming fall. And they were anywhere from $40,000 to $50,000. We had inside damage, and they were quick about coming out and doing the first investigation, but they weren't very thorough. And so it all went downhill from there. We ended up having water damage all the way through into the living room, to the master bedroom, and also the bathroom and the laundry room. So it involved a good portion of the house at that point. Luckily, my assistant coach, a good friend of mine, her brother, Jake Mullin, came to the rescue. Once they got involved, it was still very much an uphill battle. But the nice thing was it wasn't on me anymore. You know, if I called him and said, hey, we got another leak, he had guys here the day of that I called him, which is very rare to find. Once we got the roof off and the decking off, there was a lot of more rafter damage than we had seen just from walking up in the attic. And he didn't ask for anything more. They just took care of whatever they saw and got it fixed. You know, some things that didn't really have anything to do with the tree falling, they made sure that roof was solid and it'll last for years. They didn't just patch a spot like what Allstate wanted them to do. With Jake and the public adjuster's help, we went from a about a $10,000 estimate up to a $130,000 estimate. That actually took care of all the damage inside, outside, everything that Jake had come and done prior to them getting involved, tarping, and it really took care of everything to make sure that this house and roof was back to its prior state or even better. Once Jake knew that the roof was going to get taken care of, he jumped in without even having a check in hand, and got the guys here roof replaced in 3 days. And they did the entire decking, all the framing, and replacing everything, gutters included. So it was very quick for Jake to get everybody here and get it fixed. I love this roof. It's beautiful. It was fun to be able to pick what color I wanted on there. My fiance and I went through quite a few different ideas, and we landed with this Shasta White, and we love it. I'm more than satisfied with the outcome of this project. It went above and beyond. I'm so happy to get into the house. I'm happy to see the roof, and it was fun to hear it through a big storm recently and to know that it's not going to go anywhere. RoofsOnly.com I will always recommend to everybody that needs a roof. I have already recommended RoofsOnly.com, and I will continue to do so.